John Lennon should be in the Jays. No. It goes last name first.
Elf. Mm-hmm.
Kids don't even know that. And a lot of record stores didn't either. I've seen so many times people fight like Elton John and E. Elvis is under E a lot. In a lot of record stores, Elvis is under E. But and I've also seen like Led Zeppelin under Z and Jethro Tull under T. People get that great sometimes.
Well, did you see The Who, The Rolling Stones, The Beatles under T?
No. But yeah, there was a guy that was actually acted as a bootleg distributor. He was in Niagara Falls. I'll say no more. But he also had a record store in there where he sold regular stuff, and he always put people under the first name. So if you wanted to see Bob Seger, you looked under B. He knew it was wrong, but that's just the way he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Hello again, Tom.
Bob Dylan.
Let's go Tom earlier today.
Yeah, Bob Dylan would be under B.
Wow.
Oh, it's stupid. Okay. The only one that I have any quibble with is Alice Cooper. Because Alice Cooper was a band. Alice Cooper was a person.
Yeah.
So you put them under A or put them under C. It could be both.
Initially, it should have been under A, but he eventually became Alice Cooper, so then you put him under C.
Yeah.
But what do you file John Cougar, the Elephant Man, Mellencamp under? I mean,
that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's been so many different Elvis releases over the years. It seems there's always going to be something different out there that hasn't been seen. Yeah. See, Van Morrison is under V a lot.
Under V, yeah. I've seen that.
You know, everyone's got their own style. We were talking about that this morning while we were waiting online at the record store. Like, you know, how do people file their records? Alphabetically, by genre? If you do it alphabetically, is it first name, last name?
Yeah, Joe had a little of that discussion in his video, and I'm with the guy that, like, if there's a Various Artists album and it's a tribute to Jack White, I'll put it under the White Stripes and Jack White, because like him, I mean, this whole rack is Various Artists. I'll never find it if I don't, and so I have some Various Artists stuck in my collection too because it's just easier to find it.
I put all of my like Various Artists at the very end.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
after
I did
British
too,
invasions and
Like all the people, all the easy listening and things that have done, like Beatles out, 101 strings play the Beatles. I put that at the end of my Beatles section.
I'll
never find it if I don't. Not that I want to listen to it, but
I do the same, Paul. Alice goes under C.
There's more Cooper Alice than there is Alice Cooper, so.
Yeah.
As much as I would like to say, yeah, if school's out under A, everything after.
Muscle of Love. I'm thinking it's Muscle of Love for some reason.
Muscle of Love came in a box. Yeah, but put that under A.
Yeah, I remember that one now.
But anything after, put under C, I guess. Yeah. So like Jethro Tull under T, is that wrong? I would say yes.
Yes.
Under J.
It's not a guy; it's a band.
Yeah.
But what about if the band is named after a guy? This becomes like the Dave Clark Five. You could realistically put that under D or C.
Yeah. Dave
Clark
Matthews
is a
Band.
guy, but it's actually the band.
Yeah, I put it under D.
That would be under C.
I put it under C, actually. I think most
Where
record stores put it under C.
Where do you put the fifth dimension? Under numbers or under F?
Under F.
Well, it depends on if you do numbers. I don't do numbers.
I do numbers.
See, I don't do numbers.
13th floor elevators, 10,000 Maniacs. They're like right in the front of my 38 special.
Mine starts with ABBA.
Jethro Tull was a guy?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. No, like you said about CSNY.
Well, he's like an 18th century historical figure.
Oh, yeah,
he's
he
not
was.
in the band.
Right.
He was a real person, but that has
Jeff
nothing to do with the
Goes
band.
under J.
Yes.
And by the way,
I put Elton John under D for Reginald Dwight.
Mhm.
No,
all
like
these
see
women
this
down.
band, you guys would have heard of them, but there's a band called the Len Price 3, but there's actually no Len Price in the band. Therefore, they should go under L.
Yeah.
It's just the name they made up.
I
Yeah,
filed
like we were talking today,
Letter
you know,
53.
if you have like McCartney albums and then he does Wings, do you put
Mhm.
Wings with McCartney or do you put Wings under W?
Nowadays they do.
Yeah.
I always have, because you never knew when the next release came out.
Right.
Because if you do that, then the Paul McCartney and Wings should go separate from the Wings, and it's just I just put them
Exactly.
in the order that they came out. You know,
Yeah, I put him under
it's
all under McCartney.
Everybody
There
puts
was
it
somebody online who said he puts it under W.
I mean, he sort of came up with FYE puts it Wings under W, which is ridiculous because they never ever sell a Wings CD because nobody finds them because they're under W.
Well, yeah, that's you know, I got a couple record stores like they put Mike Nesmith with the Monkees,
Mhm.
and I mean it's close enough for Eminem, but if you're looking for Nesmith, you're never going to find him.
No.
Then you go to the Monkees and go, aha, you're there.
No,
There
see,
he
I
is,
do
yeah.
that with some people,
You
and
have to
some
think about
people
that.
I don't. It's weird. It's just I
No.
don't know.
I have J. Giles under G.
I don't think I have any J. Giles. So
Yeah,
I
I
think
put
I
it.
do,
I
yeah.
put that under G because it's a
There's-
guy, even though the band is named after him. It's still a guy, so I would
Yeah,
put it.
if-
Under.
They put everything under McCartney. You see the Wings. You see
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
that's
McCartney,
what I do.
all that.
and if you have like a band tribute album, do you put that with the band or
Yes.
under various artists?
It depends on. It depends. If it's by a lesser somebody, if it's by some orchestra or something, I put it with the band. If the
Yeah.
Smithereens have a Beatles tribute album, that's under my Smithereens section.
Okay.
There's no reason to put that.
Hello.
I'm happy to hear you say that because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah.
I thought I might be
But-
the only one.
Like I said, Enoch Light plays the Beatles. That's under.
Under Beatles.
Well, I actually do have an Enoch Light section, but that was a bad example. But you know, if I don't have it, if I don't, you know, it just goes like the Manhattan Strings plays the Monkees is the end at the end of my
Yeah.
Monkey.
Right.
Smokey Robinson
Mm.
and the Miracles. Ooh,
Would
that's
it be
a-
under Smokey or under Robinson?
I put it
Well,
under the Miracles because they were the
Miracles.
Miracles first,
Okay.
and then my Smokey Robinson. Not that I have any Smokey Robinson,
Yeah.
but if I did, it would go after the Miracles.
Hey,
Okay.
you remember Jack's Tracks?
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Who?
Oh,
Well, you have
that'd
to
be fun.
use the artist names to get the letter.
Yeah.
And my record store today, well, not that I go there except for record store day anymore. They change. They're getting so many records. I was getting really teed off because I wanted to just look for stuff.
Ooh.
I wanted to look for a lot of like sort of power pop bands from the late 70s.
Mhm.
And they moved everybody that doesn't have a card to a different section under A, B, C, D, which isn't so bad, but everything in that store was crammed so tight you literally couldn't move a record a half an inch. You have a half an
Yeah.
inch was all you had in sections like this big, and it's
Wow.
and I couldn't look through most of the sections I wanted to look through. I couldn't even look through them because
Mhm.
you have to grab a record, each one, and pull it out to see
Yeah.
what it was, and put it back and pull it. And that's
You
just
can't put Smokey Robinson under S. No, 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 no.
That's what I do.
Definitely.
The last name.
That's exactly what I do. Smokey Robinson is under S. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I put him under S.
Yeah.
We're alphabetically confused. No, we're not.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
doing.
sure we are.
Been that way for years.
No. Presley. Or Presner is my little brother. Is that Elver Prisoner? Yes.
Elmo.
Elver Presner. Yes. What Robinson's? Well, it's a common, but I mean, there'll be like different Robinsons. You know, Penny Robinson, Will Robinson. They're all in there.
You could put him under Motown if you want to.
Oh, geez, now you're.
but here's the thing. Let's say you're fairly big R&B guys, which I don't think any of you are, Okay, so you've got a Commodore section, and then you've got Lionel Richie. Do you file him under the Commodores, or do you file him under Lionel Richie?
He's under R.
Well,
Separate.
it depends on the CD or the album.
Well, the one
With
greatest
Lionel
album I
Richie
have
and
is
the
Single.
Commodores. Yeah.
Oh, and here's another thing. My CDs are filed differently than my vinyl.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
in a way, I could see
Well-
this when you have the Beatles, and then you have the Lennon, the McCartney,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
have the
don't do that
solo
with the
stuff
Beatles.
Yeah, sort of.
together.
It's just
Yeah.
too big of a section. That's why I don't. I don't
Yeah.
want to have a whole giant. It's
Yeah.
too much. So I don't.
Well,
do
I
that.
have my vinyl and my CDs alphabetical, and my 45s basically one after the other.
Stuck in there.
There's no order whatsoever.
Yeah.
My
which is
45s
terrible.
aren't in order either, and I have thousands, and it's not a good thing. But do you guys keep adjacent things in with the original with like I keep Julian Lennon under John Lennon, and I keep Yoko Ono under John Lennon, and like Denny Lane is with Wings, and so is Henry McCulloch with Wings, and Linda is
I've
with
got Yoko
Wings.
under O.
Oh,
Me
see,
too.
Yoko's with
Sean,
Lennon.
Sean and Julian are Lennon, so of course they,
Yeah.
John, then Julian, then Sean.
Never
But
find
see, to
any.
me, Yoko albums until he died anyway are John albums. I mean, he's on them all. He's so yeah, Yoko stays with John.
Well, I separated them.
So see, Doc, you're going to rearrange your CDs now?
Well, I'm looking, like John and Julian are both Lennons. Of course, they just
Yeah,
Sure.
Lennon and Lennon. Yeah.
Lennon and Lennon. It's
And then the
not-
Lennon, if you have any Lennon Sisters CDs, they have to go there too.
Let me see. Where do I put the Lennon sisters?
Behind Julian, I guess, John, Julian, and Lennon Sisters.
John keeps those behind his couch.
Yeah.
See, Paulina puts the Ruddles in with the Beatles,
Okay.
or anything
Yeah.
related like this back Beatles.
It's
That
or
makes
maybe
sense.
that's-
related.
I
Yeah.
have a soundtrack section, but like
Oh.
the Blues Brothers, I keep with the Blues Brothers, and Spinal Tap is under Spinal Tap, even though they're soundtracks. That's not exactly,
There's
No.
no right or wrong. It's
No,
whatever
there's
works
no, there's
for
no
you.
right or
MCs
wrong.
and
It is what it
MCs
is.
are not the same.
Yeah.
No.
No,
As
no.
of soundtracks,
That's the
Doc,
Mac before the Mooks.
Yeah, the Mac
Doc,
comes before the Mick.
I was in Goodwill and I passed up the Sound of Music soundtrack today. I decided to leave it there. So
Oh, sorry. What did you find?
the Sound of Music soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I would have left that
So
there.
I just decided to leave it there. So, yeah.
Yeah.
He's never heard of. You're like that girl in the diner. Gee, Balding.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of.
Jesus.
I missed